Let's start laying down in shavasana. Feet are slightly apart, toes but open to the sides, and hands by the sides of the body with the palms turned up. Let's take a moment here to begin to connect with the breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose as well. Belly breaths. As you take your inhale, follow the air passing through the nose. Observe the belly as it rises. And as we exhale, the navel falls back towards the spine. And once again, observe the air as it leaves your body through the nose. Any worries, concerns, anything that's going on in our lives, we leave it outside of the room, making space for our practice today. And today we'll practice Pranayama laying down as we are. So we're not going to be sitting yet. Instead, we are going to begin to deepen the breath just as we are. So the full yogic breath, breathing through the nose into the belly, the lungs, and the throat. And exhaling slowly and with control, stomach, lungs, and throat. Keep breathing deeply. And let's aim to maintain a similar length between the inhale and the exhale. With every inhale, feel the expansion in your belly, in your rib cage. Feel your lungs fill up with air to their maximum capacity. And with every exhale, squeeze all the air out. Not only the air that we are taking in just now, but also any air that might have been stagnant and accumulated in different parts of the lungs. One more deep breath. breathe naturally, diaphragmatic breaths into the belly again. We'll do one more breathing exercise, Samavriti, the square breath, where we inhale, hold the breath, exhale, and hold the breath again at intervals of the same length. I will be counting to 4, but if you find that this is too much for you, you can follow your own count and do 3 or 2, anything that works for you. And take a natural inhale first, and exhale. And let's inhale on 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more round. Follow your count. Breathe naturally again, and in place where you are, bring your legs together, raise the arms above the head, and give yourself a good morning stretch, kind of waking up the body. Exhale, release, and let's bring our right knee to our chest. With the hands, we hug the right shin and bring that knee as close to our chest as we can. Keep the right side of the body long. It's very easy here for the right hip to lift off the mat or to the side. Right side of the body long. Shoulders relaxed and neck relaxed. Breathe. Now we'll bring the hands behind the right thigh, so between the thigh and the calf, and see if we can extend that right leg. If you find that you cannot extend the knee, maybe separate the leg a little bit from your body, maybe lift it a little bit farther until you can straighten the knee. Yes, find your spot. Stay here for a moment. And we're going to point and flex the right foot. So make sure your knees stretch, shoulders are relaxed, right side of the body long, and let's point that right foot in place. Let's flex, point, flex, point, mindful of the knee, keep the legs straight, flex. 2 more, point, flex, last 1 point, flex, stay here, and let's bring the leg a little closer to our bodies, Right side of the body long, right hip on the mat. The hands can be either behind the leg, try to keep the knee straight as much as you can, or if the toe is accessible to you with the index and middle right fingers, you can catch the toe and bring the leg a little closer. You can also use props. If you have a belt at home, you can pass the belt around your foot and pull. But if you find that your knee bends when you're doing this, then maybe you need to go a little further and keep the knee straight. There's no pressure to bring the leg closer to the body. Just find your stretch and breathe. If you're catching the toe, gently let it go. Let's bend the knee and extend the leg. And give both legs a little shake. And now let's bring the left knee to the chest. Same thing, keep the left side of the body long. Left hip on the mat. It may want to float or to move to the side. Try to keep the spine neutral. We are simply bringing the knee to the chest. Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, jaw relaxed. Let's pass the hands now behind the left thigh and hold the leg. And at our own pace, extend the leg, straighten the knee. And play a little bit, find your spot. So if the knee is bending and your leg is too close to your body, maybe let the leg go a little farther and see if you can straighten the knee there. Find your stretch. Breathe here. And we'll point and flex. Let's point and flex, mindful of the knee, point and flex, good job. 3 more, point, flex, point, flex, last one, point and flex. And let's now bring the leg a little closer to our body. Mindful of the knee. If the knee is bending, maybe we went too far. You don't want to lose the stretch. The hands can stay on the leg, or again, if your toe is accessible with the index and middle right finger of the left hand, catch the toe and pull the leg towards yourself. Stay in touch with the breath. And remember, there's no need to force your body into any position that it's not ready for. This is not about achieving any final shape. It's about working with your own stretches, with your own sensations. One last breath here. And slowly, let's let go of the toe, bend the knee, extend the leg, and give both legs a little shake. Let's roll to the right side on our mat. And with the hands on the mat, come up into all fours for a little cat and cow. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees right underneath the hips. And remember, fingers are spread wide apart. Grab hands. Press in gently onto the mat. Find a neutral position for the spine. And on your next inhale, let's begin to project the chest forward. Gentle back bend, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale, curl in the back, lift the navel towards the spine. Inhale, making space. Exhale. As we exhale, also maybe gently push the hips forward and press down on the mat. Inhale. Exhale. We'll take one more, follow your breath. And come back to a neutral position. Pressing on the hands, find a neutral spine again. Let's lift the left leg back, parallel to the floor. Toes point down at the mat, so the hip doesn't open to the side. And now I hope that you have space at home. If you don't, you will kick something. Hope that's okay too. Let's open that left hip to the side and kick the leg out. Don't sink on the shoulders. Keep the elbows straight, pushing actively on the mat. Nice. Find space and breathe. Let's extend that leg back. Hips point down and release. I actually do need to change sides here because I don't have space. I'm gonna kick the wall. Find your space. Press through the hands. Let's lift the right leg up. Parallel to the floor. Toes point down. Nice. Figure out your space. I know houses here in Japan are tiny, so we work with what we have. Open the right hip to the side. Keep the elbows straight, don't sink on the shoulders. Let's kick that leg out, strong. Breathe. Kicking back. Hip bone points down. Knee comes down. Sit all the way down on the heels. Lower the forehead on the mat here for a second. Looking at the hands, let's curl the toes. And on the inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Lower the heels down towards the mat. If you need to, maybe pedal the legs here a little bit, sway the hips from side to side, find any movements to begin to wake up the body. Let's lift the right leg up. And let's step that right foot next to the right hand. Bring the left knee on the mat. Sink the hips gently forward. And you can stay on the hands or lower down on the forearms. Whichever variation you are taking, make sure that the right foot is stepping down on the mat, so we are not rolling onto the edge of the right foot. Make sure that you can breathe. Right knee is pointing forward. Hands in line with the right foot. Let's bend the left knee. With the right hand, twist to the right and see Right hand, yes, right hand, and catch the left foot and bring it closer to our body. Find that stretch in the quad. Keep sinking the hips forward. So you may notice that if you push the left foot too close to your body, your hips may lift to release that stretch. Maybe you can keep sinking the hips and let go of the foot a little bit. Let go of the left leg, both hands on the mat. Let's step back into downward facing dog. Lifting the hips, sides of the body long. Left leg up. And step the left foot next to the left hand. Right knee down on the mat. Same thing, stay on the hands as you sink the hips forward or lower on the forearms. Find what works for you. Not only everybody is different, even the same person can feel a stretch is different from day to day. Left foot is stepping down on the mat. Left knee pointing forward in line with the left toes. Find your breath. Hands in line with that left foot. Bend the right knee, left hand floats back around your body. Catch that right foot. Keep sinking into the hips. And let's find that quad stretch. Gently pull in the foot. Take your time. There's no rush. And maybe feel free to play with the sensation. See what does happen when we lift the hips a little bit. You may notice that you lose the stretch a bit in the front quad. Maybe drop the hips again. So always feel free to play a little bit with the sensation to find the stretch that works best for you. Let's let go of that right foot, both hands on the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Look at your hands and walk towards them. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's roll all the way up. One vertebra at a time. And we should be standing at the top of our mat for the sun salutation. We'll take it now. Feet are either together or parallel to each other underneath the hips, hands in prayer in front of the heart. On your next inhale, arms up and gently arch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right leg back. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin down. Inhale, open the heart, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer. Inhale. Inhale left. Hold, plank. Exhale. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale left. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Left. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And take a moment here to catch your breath if necessary. On your next inhale, arms up and arch. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right. Hold the breath, plank. Exhale. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's stay here. On your inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Open the left toes to the long side of the mat. Lifting up into warrior two. Arms shoulder height. Look at your front hand. Let's bring our attention to the hips here a little bit. So the front knee is opening. So the knee points directly in front of you. And this may want to close the hips of the left leg. Open the left leg as well. So both thighs are rotating externally at the same time. And we sit a little deeper in between. Rotating, rotating. Push through the back foot. Relax the shoulders. And tuck the tailbone in if you feel like you're pushing it a little bit back. On your next inhale, let's extend that front leg. And maybe bring the feet just a little bit closer to each other and point the toes out to the sides. With the toes pointing out, we can bring the hands on our waist or hip for balance. And let's kind of sit in between. Tuck the tailbone in. It's very easy here to fall forward. Try to tuck the tailbone in and to stay upright. Balance. Again, externally rotating the hips. Arms shoulder height, balance. Let's bend the elbows, show me your palms. Balance, balance. 3 more breaths. And let's release. Turn the right toes to the long side of the mat and the left toes to the back side of the mat. Bring the feet a little wider if you need to, and we'll go down into warrior two for the other side. Arms shoulder height. Same thing. rotating the front thigh externally, the knee points forward, rotating the back thigh externally, pushing through the back foot. Inhale, extend the left leg. Once again, shorten the distance between the feet. Open the toes to the sides. Let's sit in between. 5 breaths. Arms shoulder height. Show me your palms. Inhale, come up. Turn to the front of the mat, both hands on the mat. Step back into plank. Knees, chest and chin down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's drop our knees on the mat, gently with control. And let's sit down for a butterfly pose. We'll bring the legs in front of us with the soles of the feet together. And we can bring the feet a little closer to our body, depends on, yes, your flexibility. So for some people, the feet will be really close to their body. For some people, they will be farther apart, and that's okay. Index and middle finger of the hands catch the toes. Sit upright, spine straight. Let's flap here first. Stop the flapping. You can continue touching the toes if that feels good for you. If you prefer, you can use your whole hand to catch the ball of the foot, your preference. Inhale, straighten the spine here, and exhale, keeping that length. Let's fold forward onto the feet, pulling forward through the crown of the head, becoming long. Keep the chest open. And if the elbows touch the calves, you can use them to gently press the legs open a little bit more. We fold as much as we can. Breathe. Inhale, coming up. Let's place the hands on the mat. Maybe cross the legs. Place the hands on the mat. Step back. Downward facing dog. Find your downward facing dog. And if you want to, you can once again pedal the legs or sway the hips from side to side to release. Look at your hands. Let's walk towards them. Inhale, halfway up, hands on the mat or on your legs to straighten the spine, open the heart. Exhale, fold. And as we inhale, let's bend the knees. Sit down, imagine there is a very comfortable chair behind you. Let's lift the torso up. Tuck the tailbone in. Yes, ribcage in. And try to relax the shoulders a little bit. On your next inhale, let's stand all the way up. And let's balance we'll transfer our body weight to the left leg. Let's cross the right ankle over the left thigh. Gently pressing that right knee open. Help yourself with your hand if you need to. Hands in prayer in front of your heart. And let's sit down onto that chair again. Keep your balance. So the foot is not really close up in our thighs, so we're not taking a lotus. We're just keeping the foot, keeping the ankle close to the knee. Yes. So we're actually taking a hip opener here. There we go. Beautiful. Balance. And inhale. Let's come up. Release. And whenever we are ready, let's take the other side. We'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh. A little closer to the knee, not really very high up on the leg, just above the knee. Hands in prayer. Let's sit on that chair. Depending on your hip flexibility, the knee may want to come up. That's where we make a conscious effort to bring that knee down to open the hip. Play with your balance. And look at something that doesn't move. And inhale, come up and release. We're going to take heart opener. We've been working a lot on the legs, and I think it's worth to open the heart and the shoulders a bit. We'll take camel, ustrasana. So we're coming on the knees, standing on the knees. As always, we engage through the legs, gently push the hips forward. The hands can be on your lower back or in prayer in front of your heart, your choice. As we push through the hips, lift the rib cage, lifting through the rib cage. And extend through the crown of the head as much as we can. No need to go too far. Keep the chest open. And keep pushing forward from the hips and lifting from the chest at all times. Inhale, coming up. Take a moment here. And we'll go again. Inhale, gently pushing forward, lifting from the ribs. Extending through the crown of the head. If you feel that you can reach your heels with your hands, you can place them there. Push forward again from the hips. If it's too much, you can also come on your toes. So you may lift the heels a little bit off the mat. Push the hips forward. Keep lifting up through the chest. Shoulder blades squeeze together. Inhale, coming up with control. Release the feet, sit down on the heels. Lower the forehead on the mat. And extend the arms by the sides of the body, child pose. Releasing any compression in the lower back. And slowly rolling up. For those of you who have headstand in your practice, you can practice the headstand now, either on your mat, or if you need to go close to a wall, you can practice headstand with a wall. If headstand is not in your practice, you have two options. Either perform a shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, or rabbit. You can come on your knees, place the crown of the head on the mat, interlace the hands behind you, and lift. So this is for rabbit. For the shoulder stand, you lay on your back, lift the legs up, and support the back. Take the variation that works for you. And whichever we are taking, let's stay there for at least 10 breaths. We stay there for 10 breaths, and we will come down after 10 breaths, slowly and with control. If you are still in your pose, let's slowly and with control roll out. If you were in the shoulder stand, stay in a shavasana. If you were in the headstand, stay in child pose for a few breaths before we move. And for those of you in child pose, let's roll down on our backs and lay down as if we were to do shavasana. We'll take a spinal twist. So laying on the back, extend the arms to the sides to a T shape. Bend the knees. And pressing on the feet, let's lift the hips a couple centimeters off the floor and shift them to the right. Wrap the right leg around the left, or just cross, that's enough as well. And with control, let's drop both knees to the left side of the body. Try to keep the right shoulder on the mat. And you can either look up at the ceiling, or if it doesn't bother your neck, look at your right hand. Bringing the knees back up, unwrap the legs, feet on the mat. Let's shift the hips to the left now. Left leg wraps around the right, and we drop the knees to the right side of the body now. Look either up at the ceiling or to your left hand. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. Sometimes the breath becomes a bit constricted in twists. Make a conscious effort to continue taking deep breaths. the knees back up. Unwrap the legs. Feet on the mat. Bring your hips to center. Bring your knees to your chest. Give them a hug. Maybe lift your forehead to touch the knees and rock from side to side. And let's release the legs, the arms into shavasana. Make any necessary adjustments, or if you have anywhere in your body that needs an extra stretch, feel free to do it now. And once you find your shavasana, let's resolve to stay still as we allow the body to fall into a deep state of relaxation. Let the breath flow freely, and let's observe it come and go. Relax your body, relax the mind. Slowly, let's begin to bring awareness back inside the body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Bring the legs together, raise the arms above your head, interlace your fingers, give yourself a nice stretch, and exhale, release. Let's bend the knees and roll to the right side on the mat. Using the hands, gently prop yourself up into a seated position. Legs are crossed, spine straight. Hands on your knees or chin mudra, your choice. Let's breathe here. Chanting Om. Inhale. Slowly bring the hands to heart. Open your eyes. Thank you for practicing with me.
If you enjoyed this class, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear what you thought. And also make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so we can continue practicing together. Thank you.